Okay, we are live. We are live here in the arena. We're at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo once again, getting ready for the intermediate red and gray bull division. The intermediate division, red, and then we will be followed up. Hey Manuel, how are you? We'll be following up with the gray bulls. So in this very first class number 35 winner was Moreno Mr. REGUN. This is the TJF Mr. Smoking Gun Son. And he is out of the famous Moreno Miss Lady Reba, who was Show Cow of the Year. And then following up behind, we have a Becker Livestock entry. And that is going to be a bull called Mr. CADDO Magnum, and that is a Winchester Magnum son. And that is Tim Becker on the stick. Then along here, back in this class number 3. Hey Lana, good to see you. Class number 3, class number 4 in this division. So the last two classes of this division, we have Ken Ramsey Brahmins. We have Ken Ramsey Brahmin being represented. We have the KR Mr. Royal Brass, which is a Mr. TC Royal Ag son. And then we also have the KR Mr. Cat Millionaire, which is KR Mr. Red Catfish son. So we're just having a great time here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Some interesting little factoids. This bull, the speckled bull here in that last class. Hey Hannah, good to see you watching. And good to see you guys from Mexico and everywhere else. Let us know where you're watching from. So in our class, the last class of this division, class number 38, the KR Mr. Cat Millionaire Bull. He is, I believe, leading right now for Show Bull of the Year. Hey Mimi, good to see you. Wish you were here. And then this bull standing right in front of him, also represented by Ken Ramsey Brahmins. So the class number 37 winner was KR Mr. Royal Brass. Of course, not anyone that is, everyone knows Kim Becker, Becker Livestock. Of course, she's been in this arena quite a few times and has had Show Bulls of the Year. And she's been grand champion here at Houston on multiple occasions. Becker Livestock entry is owned by Nathan Green, and that is Mr. CADDO Magnum 73. He is a Winchester Magnum son. And then in this very top class, we have a Moreno entry, Moreno. And again, here's a little interesting factoid. So we have in class number 35, the first place and the second place were both owned by Moreno. They are both of the same breeding. They are both TJF Mr. Smoking Gun Sons out of the most famous Moreno Miss Lady Red, who of course is, everyone will know that is the Moreno cow that I believe took Moreno to their first Show Cow of the Year championship. So kind of some cool little factoids here at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Let us know who you think. Hey Janice, it's good to see you watching. Dinah, hi Dinah, it's good to see Dinah watching. We do have to say that Dinah ends up usually staying at the ranch because she has so many visitors during Houston to come and see her beautiful red cattle. And Dinah should be super thrilled with our March edition of the Brahman Journal because she gave us a beautiful photo of some red females. Hey Dwayne, how are you? So the March edition of the Brahman Journal, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you pick up one. And it is, hey Parker, how are you? The March edition of the Brahman Journal has some great HK females on the cover. So this is great. We have a lot of people watching from a lot of different places. Shout out to Jeremy Lowen, who will be coming back in this gray division as a contestant for the reserve. He is having a sale March 18 and 19, I believe, on Cattle in Motion. So don't miss that. So now we have the judge making some decisions. Rancho Chapapote, you are just hanging in there with us. And we will see you guys in Mexico here in another week or two. So really excited to be here, guys. Let us know what you think of the cattle. Let us know what you think of the judging. Let me not get in front of someone taking a photo.
Second place in 37 is 1387, Brittany Brown. And second place in 38.
Of course, while they're kind of announcing about the cattle, we're going to swing around here and see some of the hardest working people in the show. We have our AJBA and TJBA queens and princesses, and they hand out all the awards. So give us a big shout out, say hi to everybody, and let everybody know that they are here hard working.
Particular division, and I find 4 bulls I like.
These are some great red bulls here. Glad to see Dixie Cattle is watching.
We've got the youngest bull.
Dwayne, we agree. We think these cattle look great. Let us know which one you think should win. Class, you know, the first class, the second class, the third class, or the fourth class, if you have any preferences.
At times, once the duck expands and kind of get up underneath himself, I think that bull's got a lot of good to him. Gets out and strides pretty good when he moves. The bull we have in second.
Okay, in second place we have this Becker Livestock.
Well. He's bold in his forehead, but he's big in his hip. You know what times? When we get
again, a Magnum,
a
Winchester Magnum.
And get a little higher right there over his hook. I'd like to just smooth him up and level him up in his top line.
You guys want me to talk while the judges talking?
Flexibility he puts together. To me, the dark red bull is an intriguing one, not only with his color, but I think if you study him, and he's one that's sure expressive in terms of
I would love for you guys to hear what the judge is saying, but it's a little bit hard.
Maybe not as just soft and deep-sided as some, but I think he's one that's sure a breeding.
He thinks this bull is a really good breeding animal, maybe not quite as deep-sided. Okay, gotcha, Robert.
He's one, you study him, he's long, he's smooth-made, he's one that has some depth of side and heaviness of bone. I think this bull's sure adequate thickness. You know, as we look at him, you might tidy his sheath up just a little bit. I think that's a real athletic kind of a bull, and I like those parts about him. So again, I think an awfully good group. Let's give them a round of applause, and I'll go show you my champions for this division.
Okay, that's good to know, Caleb. I wasn't sure. I have a headset on, so I wasn't 100% sure you can hear the judge. We will certainly be quiet so you guys can hear what the judge is saying. Now, sometimes they are making some announcements from the announcer stand that are basically just letting you know who they are. And then on occasion today, we will also be hearing from the other arena because we have 2 arenas running at the same time. So now our judge is going to be making his decision. We have 4 bulls to pick from in this red bull, and glad to know, Dwayne, you can hear him. He's not saying anything right now. And boom, Ken Ramsey. This is an entry of Ken Ramsey and Paradise Island. This is the intermediate champion, KR Mr. Cat Millionaire. And this is a KR Mr. Red Catfish Son. Moving in for reserve consideration is the Rancho Monte Cristo bull.
Rancho Monte Cristo, show for reserve.
And this is a Mr. SG 101 over 9 son. Hey Alex, good to see you watching. Let us know where you're watching from and what you think. And boom, Becker Livestock. We have congrats to Becker Livestock, Kim Becker on the stick there. And she had her entry for Nathan Green, which was Mr. CADDO Magnum 73. And that is a Mr. Winchester Magnum 999 son, excuse me, out of a KR Miss Red Kennedy daughter. So now we're getting ready to move into the grays. I appreciate that you guys can hear the judge, so I will certainly be quiet and I will stay close to the judge while he's giving his reasons so you guys can enjoy the show just as if you were here. So coming in this first spot on the gray bulls, in the intermediate division, we have CT ELMER MANSEAUX 91, and that's a Mr. TO 444 over 3 son. We have Michael Joyce on the stick here. This is an entry for Circle T cattle. Leah Thibodeau is the owner. Then coming in this second spot, we have
688
Roy Barron for Barron Cattle Company. And this entry is Mr. Double A. And it is a V8 670 over 6 son. And then coming in this third spot, we have, of course, none other than Tammy Watts. Coming in from Moreno. This is Moreno's Mr. Bob's. This is a CIV Mr. Billy Bob Manso son. And in that fourth spot, we have the Heritage Cattle. Judd Colors walking in for Heritage Cattle. This was bred by Carlos Lee. And this is Mr. H. Breaker. And this is a V8 960 son.
Heritage Cattle Company, the bull.
Again, I'm so glad to know that you guys can hear the judge, and I will be very quiet while the judge speaks so you guys can enjoy it just as if you were here. He's walking around, gonna look at the cattle. He's looking right now at the Circle T, CT Elmer MANSEAUX that Michael Joyce has. Hey Joaquin. And then coming in the second class was Roy Baring for Baring Cattle. This is a Mr. V8 670/6 son. Coming down here in this third spot, we have Moreno Mr. Bob's. This is a CIB Mr. Billy Bob MANSEAUX son that Timmy Watts has on the stick for Moreno. Following up with the Heritage Cattle Company entry, which is a Mr. V8 960/5 son. Oh, I'm so glad you're watching from College Station. I'm sorry you couldn't be here with us, Alex. Jason, good to see you are watching with us.
Well, I think as we get out in this division on the Gray Show, again, a good lineup. I think there's good bulls on both sides, the first and seconds. As you study and you go through them, you can sure find some bulls, I think, get fixed about any problem you'd run into or any improvement you're hurt. Our little youngest bull, he's one that patterns up pretty good from the side. I think becomes pretty level and smooth there down his top line. This bull has a good shape and fullness through his rib, good angle to his sheath underneath. He's one that maybe doesn't overwhelm you in power, but sure smooth in his makeup. We get to this dark pigmented bull out of the second class in the lineup. He's one to me that balances extremely nice, really smooth the way his shoulder comes in. I like his neatness in his top line, the depth of his hip, a structurally sound bull as well. Just really solid, I think, in his overall type. The bull out of the third class is one you like for Max. He's big bodied, he's one that's sure powerful as you step in behind him. We get off on the side and you know, maybe doesn't balance quite as good as he could. He gets a little deeper in his chest and front end there, and I sure might like to tidy him up a little bit in the angle to his sheath. Then we get to our oldest bull in this division, and this is the one that really ought to hit you pretty hard for being a powerful masculine one, and he does that quite well, and I think still handles his feet and legs pretty good to go along with that. So again, a really competitive division. If you would, let's give him a round of applause, and I'll go show you my champions.
All right, the judge is finished with his reasons and his explanation, making a last final look, and then I think he will be going and making his decision for our intermediate gray bull, our ABBA International Intermediate Gray Bull Division. And bam, we went with the Heritage entry. This is the Heritage entry. So this is Judd Colors with Mr. H. Breaker MANSEAUX. Coming in for the reserve consideration is Mr. V8 195/8. This is Bailey Clay's entry with Colton on the stick. And we are going to go up to and bingo, out of our class number 36, we have Roy Baring, Baring Cattle Company, with his entry, Mr. AA 176/1. And little tidbit here, our good friends over at AA bred this bull. So this was an Evan Acevedo bred bull that was reserve intermediate champion. I think Danny Acevedo's here, so he will probably be super thrilled. So congratulations to everyone. Thanks for letting us know what you thought about it. Rancho Buena Vista, glad you could join us. Aubrey, glad you were watching. Make sure you can watch the video after it goes live. and we will continue to post the rest of the day and hope you enjoy our coverage.